Hello and welcome to the Ninqueso Exploring Japan channel, where I'm on a journey to find out everything I can about Japan, the people, the culture, and today about some new entry requirements that I'm going to need to know because as of this video going live, I think I'm only like 32 days from my departure out to Japan. So it's probably a good idea that I start like making sure I've got everything in place. I think I have, but it's never a bad thing to be over prepared. So here we are. Let's get comfortable and find out just some of the new entry requirements that might be needed, when I go to Japan. That still seems weird saying that, when. It's kind of happened a bit quick. 1 minute I wasn't going, the next minute I've got a flight booked. Okay, here we go.
Number 1, visa exemptions. Before you even enter the
I have looked into this. I'm pretty sure the UK does not actually need a visa as long as I'm not there for over 28 days, I think it is. Or is it 3 months? It could be 3 months. Either way, I'm not there that long. 2 weeks, that's all I'm there for, so I think I'm fine.
The country, you need to make sure your country does not require a visa prior to arriving. Fortunately, 69 countries are currently exempt from requiring a visa before entry. And even better, it seems the majority of my audience are from countries that are part of this exemption
looking for the list.
So if you're from the United States, Australia, Canada, the UK, Singapore, or Germany, you do not need a visa.
And the other thing I have looked into as well is because I'm like stopping over in Shanghai. Apparently, I don't need a visa for a stopover in China anymore, which is quite good. That's what I'm assuming, because I'm not assuming, but that's what I've looked. That's what I've read. Because we're not going straight to Japan. We're going to Shanghai first and then on to Japan.
To enter. But if you want to double check, or if I did not mention your country, you can head over to Japan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs website to check the exemption list for yourself.
I went onto the UK government's website because I just assumed that, well, I'm assuming they would know, but you never know with our government.
Which I have provided in the description below. Number 2, visit Japan web. Much like the visa exemption list,
I've not heard of this.
The process to entering Japan has gone through a lot of changes.
Is this to do with like giving information before you land so you can get through security and customs a bit quicker?
Since the country reopened last October, one of these significant changes was the introduction of the Visit Japan web app. Visit Japan web is Japan's new app to help streamline the immigration process, allowing visitors to electronically input all their immigration and customs information early and saving you a ton of time for when you actually arrive. This saves a lot of time because instead of filling out the paperwork when you arrive and letting a ton of people get in line ahead of you, if you already put your information on the Visit Japan.
That is a very useful thing to know. I need to make a note of that. Someone remind me down in the comments so I don't forget.
And web app, you can just simply walk right into the immigration line and beat most of the people that were on your plane. The information required for the Visit Japan web app is pretty straightforward and should be really easy to fill out. Just make sure you have your passport, flight information, and hotel address readily available because the app will ask for that information. If you have children with you or dependents, that's not a problem, as you can easily.
I really don't. I'm going alone. I imagine that like future me would have edited in like a llama being shocked then.
After you pass through the immigration and customs checkpoints, you might think that you're in the clear and ready to explore Japan.
Never.
But there are still quite a few essential and new things you need to know about the airport so you can start your vacation in Japan with zero worries. Number 3, welcome Suica and Pasmo passport.
That's the one I want because of the Hello Kitty characters on it. I want the Pasmo passport.
Aside from actually getting through immigration and customs, acquiring a Japan IC card is easily one of the most essential things you need to do as soon as you arrive in Japan. But unfortunately, I have some bad news.
The Suica card is no longer a thing
for you. Due to a recent chip shortage, Jerry has temporarily discontinued both the Suica and Pasmo card entirely. Well, almost entirely. Fortunately for you, they still have 2 special types of IC cards that are still available and designed specifically for tourists. The Welcome Suica and the Pasmo Passport.
That's the one I want because it looks pretty.
The Welcome Suica is a special type of IC card that comes with its own unique design and properties. While a typical Suica will require a 500 yen deposit when purchasing the card, the Welcome Suica requires no deposit.
Nice.
So all of your money can go straight to charging it. And just like a Suica, you can use this card for several different types of transactions, like at convenience stores, vending machines, buses, and of course, when using the train. However, unlike a typical Suica, the Welcome Suica does come with a caveat.
I believe you can't get any money left on it back. Right, with the normal Suica, when you leave, you hand it back, don't you? And you get like any credit that's on there, any money on there refunded. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, this card will only be usable for 28 days from when it is activated. And when it expires, any balance left on the card will be unredeemable. And no, you cannot get a refund for any balance that might be still on it. But
I didn't realize about the 28 days, but that's fine. I'm only there for 14.
Don't worry, it's not as bad as it seems because I have a simple solution for this problem. All you need to do is go to a convenience store the last day you intend to use it or before it expires and buy a few things with the card until its balance reaches 0. What's also nice about this is if your card can't cover the whole balance of whatever you're buying, it will simply zero out the card and the remaining balance can be paid with whatever payment method you choose. As for where you can pick up this card, that's also simple. According to the website, the only spots you can pick it up at right now are Narita Airport Terminal.
That Terminal 1. Is it Terminal 2? It is Terminal 2. That is where I'm landing.
Terminals 1, 2, and 3, and Haneda Airport Terminal 3. You can either pick up the cards at the JR East travel centers or at the Welcome Suica vending machines. As for the Passport Passport, the same conditions apply for this card as well. There is no deposit required, and you can use it on the same things you would be able to purchase with a typical
and it looks
IC card. Also, just like the Welcome Suica, it will expire after 28 days. But unlike the Welcome Suica, the Passport Passport comes with some built-in discounts at certain stores, which you can find by checking out their website. On top of that, you can pick up the Pasmo Passport at many more locations than the Welcome Suica card right now. And of course, the best reason to get this card is the design. There are still...
Hell yeah, the design. You want a bit of Hello Kitty and Pom Pom Purin, and I can't remember who else was on there.
A lot of tourists that don't know about the Pasmo Passport right now. So this could be your chance to stand
Cineworld. That's the other one, isn't it?
Stand out and flash your unique bling while traveling around Japan. And
plus, I know someone that might quite like it when I get back.
Finally, if you want to skip the search for a physical IC card and have an iPhone, you can easily get an electronic Suica on your phone instead.
I mean, I do have an iPhone, so that is the option, but I do quite like the look of the other card. I might just have to get that just for the fun of it.
Electronic Suica can be found within the Apple Wallet app and is really easy to use. All you need to do is go into your Apple Wallet, click the Add Transit Card, look for Suica or Pasmo, and then add whatever money you want to your card balance. It will then charge your virtual Suica card to that amount, and now you can use it as if it was a physical Suica card. Small side note, based on the feedback from some of my viewers that use the electronic Suica, you will only be able to charge it with a MasterCard or an American Express, so keep that in mind.
That's all right. That's all right. That's okay. That's okay. My bank card recently changed from a Visa to a MasterCard, so I think I'm okay.
As for Android users like me, if you do not purchase your Android phone in Japan, you will not be able to use an electronic Suica.
Ha! That's what you get for not being sucked into an ecosystem that's ridiculously overpriced and under kind of like, what am I looking for? Under function and has under functionality. We'll go with under functionality. I don't think that's a word, but it's what I'm going with. My cat's running around like a lunatic. It's quite rare she does that. Yeah, now she's attacking the sofa. Anyway, back to the video.
On your phone. But if you can't get an electronic Suica, it's really not a big deal, as you can easily find the Welcome Suica or
Sorry, I've just noticed a sleeping Psyduck in the background. I'm a bit gel. Because, you know, I do love me a Psyduck. Come on, focus. There's the Psyduck. Should we stand the Psyduck there to keep him in shot? That's cool. Let's do it.
Pasmo Passport throughout either Narita or Haneda Airport.
The thing with the JR Pass, I did look into it because obviously it goes up on the 1st of October and I could purchase it before that. I think because I was going by myself, I wasn't really that, I'm just going to stick around Tokyo mainly. I may do like some closer trips out sort of thing, but I don't think I'm going to go like over to Osaka or Kyoto, which I wanted to do. So I'm probably not going to do that. So I'm not going to get a JR Pass, even though I could have still got it for the cheaper price, but it was still a lot of money just for like 7 days. And I was like, am I really going to like make that money back? And I decided no.
Cover all of that right now. Number 5, luggage shipping. If your first plan in Japan is to go somewhere else other than your hotel.
No, because I do get there quite late. Not late as in like ridiculous. I think I'm landing around about 7. So I will be just going to my hotel straight away.
And don't want to carry around your luggage with you all day, then you can have your luggage shipped from the airport.
Oh, look at the cat. Oh, is that the black cat one where it's like they're missed tickets that actually are like cat ear shaped? I hope so.
Every airport offers a shipping service that can send your luggage to your hotel the same day, if you arrive early enough, that is. All you need to do is fill in a hotel address, pay the fee, and you can enjoy the rest of your day carefree, knowing your luggage will be waiting for you in your hotel. Number 6, money withdrawal. While Japan is slowly getting more accustomed to cashless transactions, there are still many stores in Japan that prefer cash over card or only accept cash. To further expand
yeah, but I'm still honestly thinking I'll already have sorted this out before I go.
on that point, most train ticket machines will only accept cash to charge your Welcome Suica or Pasmo passport. With all this in mind, getting physical cash as soon as you land is vital. But don't worry, because there's good news to that. Every airport is littered with ATM machines that will accept debit cards from around the world. Just find machines that look like this and you'll be good to go. As a bonus tip, when the ATM asks whether you want to be charged in yen or your country's currency, you should always select to be charged in yen.
Always in yen.
Because your personal bank's exchange rate will almost always be better than what the ATM is offering you. And finally, if you came with cash ready to be exchanged, just look for any of these booths.
Okay. Now I need to know. Let me know down in the comments if it is better to have the money exchanged before you go, or whether it's better to use one of these machines when you get there, or whether better to do a mixture.
And you're all set. Personally though, I don't really recommend bringing a huge sum of physical cash for when you come to Japan. It's just really not that necessary. The ATMs are very easy to use, and the transaction fees you get at the ATM are going to be a lot cheaper than what you're going to get at a physical exchange center. Again, at the end of the day, it's your choice, but this is just my recommendation. Number 7, pocket Wi-Fi. Along with
yes, I need one of these.
Getting cash as soon as you land, picking up your Wi-Fi or SIM card is just as important. There are several different data providers you can choose from while you're exploring Japan. But out of all these
how will I play Pokemon Go if I don't have like a Wi-Fi or a SIM?
Choices, Japan Wireless, Ninja Wi-Fi, and Sakura Mobile are the most popular ones. That's because they're available for pickup at most Japan airports and by far one of the most convenient options. All you have to do is order the data plan you want, choose the airport you will pick it up from, how long you'll use it.
Yeah, I have looked into all this, so we'll just skip on to the next bit. The big thing I'm still not too sure about is it better to have a Wi-Fi or the SIM card? I know it's like an electronic SIM, isn't it? So you don't actually physically change the SIM in your phone. Again, let me know down in the comments what you would recommend.
Transportation for your hotel. Now that you have your IC card or Japan Rail Pass, it's time to figure out the best way to get to your hotel.
Yeah, that's what I need to know.
Easy, most of Japan's international airports have a special monorail or train service that will take you from your airport all the way to the closest major city. Some examples of this include the Narita Express from Narita Airport to Tokyo.
I want the cheap one though.
The Tokyo monorail from Haneda Airport to Tokyo, and the Osaka monorail starting from Osaka International Airport. But these special train lines are definitely not the only way to get out of the airport. If you don't want to deal with crowded trains or have a lot of luggage you don't feel like wheeling around everywhere, then buying a bus ticket is a great option.
That's what I'm kind of thinking.
If you are arriving at a major airport like Haneda or Narita Airport, there are dozens of bus options you can choose from.
Let's have a look at the board. Well, I'm not going to Tokyo Disney Resort. I'm trying to like, can I see where I'm going? I never remember how I pronounce where I'm going. It's quite near Tokyo Skytree though. It's just the other side of like the bridge, the river thing over there. That's not a good description, is it?
From. With dozens of bus routes to choose from, there is a high chance you can get very close to where you want to go, if not right up to your
The other thing is, though, it's like I have seen where the station is that the train would take me, and it is a very easy walk to where I'm going. It's like basically, oh look, there's the shrine. I'm just the other side of that.
Hotel's doorstep. And while you think it might be a complicated process to get the right bus, it's actually very easy. All you need to do is use Google Maps to find out which bus station will bring you closest to your destination. Search for the bus stop at the ticket booth, and you'll find where you need to go very quickly. Number 9, consider your arrival time. And since I've gotten
it's considered, it's already written in stone though, because I've already got the ticket. So yeah, you go.
So many questions about this topic in particular, I figured it'd be a great bonus tip to add in case you're arriving at a very late or very early hour.
I'm arriving pretty decent,
as this will determine if you can even use any of the public transportation when you land. After midnight, virtually all forms of public transportation,
as long as there's no massive delays, I should be all right.
Shuts down, which could leave you stranded unless you are willing to hand over some serious cash for a taxi ride. To save yourself from paying expensive taxi fees, consider looking for a hotel near the airport if you know your flight will be getting in late. There are plenty of hotels around the airports to choose from, and
that makes so much sense. So you spend one night there, then go to where you're going. Good to know. Good to know for next time.
Be a much better alternative. If you're still considering to just take a taxi straight into Tokyo from either airport, consider this. Most taxi rides to Tokyo from Narita Airport will run you upwards of 20,000 yen. That is the same price as a night in a nice hotel that would be near the airport. And if you're a solo traveler looking for a discount hotel from the airport, they have capsule hotels in most of the airports, giving you the perfect chance to catch a nap while you wait for all the trains and buses to start up again. And that's about it. Now you know the most important.
Okay, thank you so much for the tips. Some of them I'd like really needed to know. Anyway, that's like some I really needed to know. Others, bleh. Anyway, that was a video by Harbour Life. That's how I'm going to say it. And if you did like their video, I will leave a link down in the description, and you can go watch the whole thing over there without me constantly interrupting. And you can give it a like. But if you did like my video, then please could you go down and hit that like button. And while you're there, if you have any tips for a first time solo traveler to Japan, please let me know down in the comments, and let me know what you thought about these tips as well. Are there any there that you're like, yeah, that is very essential? And are there any there you're like, well, not so much? I think the biggest takeaway for me was the app for filling out all the documents before you get there. I kind of had heard about doing it in advance, but I didn't realize it was an app, and it was nice to actually be told the name. But anyway, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for making it through to the end. And if you don't want to miss any more of my journey as I find out everything I can about Japan, and let's face it, there's going to be some videos from Japan soon. I don't know what, but there will be. Then make sure you hit that subscribe button. But until next time, just be nice to people. Bye. And the other good thing, this end card will actually be like a real photo from Japan. It won't be a picture from Microsoft Flight Simulator anymore.